Oh, I feel like I'd been assaulted. I was meditating, okay, with the
Mhm.
group and everything else. And all of a sudden there's this fire alarm that goes off, right? But
Oh no.
it's a test, okay? And usually those fire alarms, when they go off, I turned off the phones and I put my fingers in my ears and I go outside on the balcony, no matter how cold it is,
It's so
and I know it lasts
cold.
usually 60 seconds to, 2 minutes. But this time it was 10 minutes over, okay?
It didn't stop, right?
97 decibels.
Oh,
Uh,
come on. That
Okay,
hurts.
I freaking lost it. I got out of my apartment, went downstairs, and the universe would have it that I run in the upper management, and I asked them, "What the fuck is wrong with you people?"
What's
I mean, I was shaking. I was like having a PTSD, whatever,
yeah.
from
attack?
the
Yeah.
noise. You know, I said, I
Yeah.
understand there's a lot of old folks here, but some of us do fucking hear.
Yeah, it hurt. That hurts. That's really loud.
I went completely berserk. Okay, I'm never rude to anybody, and I told them, I said, I said, not everybody. I understand. I'm having a crisis right now. I'm shaking. I couldn't breathe. I was shaking.
Mm.
Um,
Aw.
and tears were just coming out. It's plus on top of everything, what happened to the US, and I'm just like totally shattered, and I'm just went off. I was so freaking crazy. I was like scared. Like I said, I kept apologizing to them to say, I'm really crazy right now. It's better for all of you to stop this.
Yeah, right before it gets worse, right?
They've never seen me like this in 5 years, right?
They were like, wow. Sorry, lady.
No, 97 decibels in your
Oh,
ears.
that's no, that's hurts. Really hurts.
I mean, that's enough. I mean, this is a Cuba moment. You
Yeah,
know,
really hurts you.
remember when the Cubans got a moment in the magnetic field with the sound, and everybody was getting affected.
No,
You
I don't
know,
remember that one. No.
yeah,
No.
remember that?
No.
No.
No, you people. Anyway, there was a moment a few years back where everybody in the government offices and the buildings in Cuba were getting uh, just assaulted by sound
Oh.
waves. So anyway, that's what happened to like the beginning of the Scorpio full moon for me.
Oh
And
boy.
we all know that I have my moon in Scorpio. So
I
that
do
doesn't help.
too. Yeah, I do too. I didn't lose it like that. No.
And that doesn't help for any of us that's got the moon in Scorpio right now, except that
No.
what helps is that we know we have our moon in Scorpio and
Yeah,
crazy exists in this moment.
crazy is right. Yeah.
Okay, so warn your environment that for the next 5 days, there could be a moment where you're going to fucking flip.
Yeah, don't make me angry.
I'm just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
don't play with that, people.
Scorpio,
It's
yeah.
really a lethal weapon right now.
Yeah, sure is. I know.
So, with everything that happened since the election, I will mention the fact that all of us are affected. Okay. I am not going to concentrate on names or player. What I'm going to concentrate on is the effects, the conscious effect. And Dr. Louis Tree is a quite an amazing person. Okay. And his predictions, actually, this is the type of guy in predictions because of his knowledge. And Nostradamus has always been one of my go to. And I will study this for the next week. It's a week, and I will include that in my awareness. And this is like to be able to develop our unique celestial identity. Okay. And this is very important for us to understand that We are also, there's another video, there's a video I want you guys to take notes of that you should go listen to. I'm sharing the screen, right?
No, not
No.
up yet.
Wait, it says share.
It's
We
not
see you.
there.
Okay, share, optimize for readability, blah, blah, and share. Okay, now can you see this video? Can you see this?
Yeah, it's up on the
I can see
screen now.
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, take the title down. Okay, the genius scientist, the CIA wants to keep
Oh.
secret.
Okay, wait a minute.
Now, this is an amazing, Dr. Michael Persinger is somebody that I've studied from, and I've read his stuff, and we play with frequencies. Again, sound will be enormous in the next few years that is going to be working with our energy fields. Okay. Once you understand this, and once you listen to this video here, it's worth listening all of it. Okay. It will explain to you how magnetic field from our bodies work. You know, this is, you guys don't, I've been studying this for a long time, but this video will give you the foundation of really connecting to what you've been exposed to with me so far.
Is it on you? Is it on YouTube?
Yes, baby.
Okay, that's what
Go
it
to
is.
video advice.
Okay, video advice. Okay,
It's a VA logo. If you can see it.
wait a minute. Video advice. Okay.
This is really intentional information that everybody needs to understand. It is happening to us.
Okay.
Okay. And remember, I always say, once you know something is around you, you can learn to manage it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys got that title down?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Video
good.
advice.
All right, so I'm going to go back here. Okay, so this is significant to understand. Magnetic sounds are like they're being bombarded toward the planet right now through the supra ultraviolet rays, that cosmic rays and the solar rays that are coming in, and it is going to affect all of our technologies.
Yeah, it's starting to go crazy already. Yeah.
There's a couple of videos and I need to listen from Dr. Turi that is going to explain the next few months as far as like technology, the events that might happen. And so far he's the kind of guy that many times the government showed up at his house and thought that he was a spy or
Oh yeah, because how do you know this stuff?
Because he knew all kinds of stuff or predicted things, that were so accurate that when they happen, he's on their list, right?
Yeah, they're watching him.
And he's pretty cool. He's a cool dude. Another thing I want you guys to understand when it comes to astrology, and one thing that he explains very well is that astrology unified, that is part of the secret of the wisdom. Astrology unifies. Everybody is, kind of pushes it away, dismisses it. And it's because if you understand that in the elite world, the world of like the, religions and the high governments and everything, like he says, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And another thing about astrology, why it unifies, it is that we are born with a DNA when we're born in the body. Okay. But as a spirit, you have a unique cosmic identity that has nothing to do with the genetic that you chose to come to come embody on the planet. Okay, that unique cosmic identity is what makes you different from the rest of your family. That makes you, there's some similarities and in DNA, and we have been taught that is a like your DNA is most of your conditioning, but actually your unique conscious, your unique cosmic identity is what your purpose is that you came here for. Okay, and he explains it so clearly. So the difference between the elite and the little people is that they always have used the stars to create things, but the majority of people don't understand that. Okay, he's very good at that. We are, as we are closing in the age of Aquarius, this is the age of technology, right? And we are going to be bombarded with technology, so we are going to have to become very choosy in the technology that you use. So it's like I'm the type of person that I get lost in a small place, in a small city or this and that, but I don't get lost in the cosmos. I can fit in.
I just laughed. That was funny.
It's like, because in small places I feel closed in. Okay, the full moon that is going to be as close as can be in all the ages we've experienced on our planet. This is that full moon that releases everything.
Oh, yeah.
It releases choice. Remember, Renee and Betsy, we are 6th ray souls. Jenny is more like a 7th ray soul. Okay. And so that 6th ray soul is exiting the planet, but we can do it with confidence. We did our work. We did what we are supposed to do here.
Yeah.
Another thing that we can compare in history, one of the questions that I ask myself very often, why are people so freaking dumb, right? And apparently, once you watch the video with Dr. Persinger, okay, Michael Persinger, you're going to understand at the beginning of the video, he's going to explain that when the population of the planet becomes smarter, okay, in each civilization that we've ever had, when we become smart, we self-destruct because we're that stupid.
Yeah, well, that's what happened at Atlantis. Yeah.
Right. And we are the souls that came here to do this. Understand that we're moving toward a Mercury retrograde right now, and this Mercury retrograde is to slow down everybody. Right. And this Mercury retrograde is going to be of enormous significance because people are going to recalibrate and choose their corners. We're moving in. So UCI, your unique, your celestial identity, is something that is going to be an acronym that we use a lot for the future. Your unique celestial identity. You want to start acknowledging that you are a unique celestial identity. It makes you that special. We have access at this time in our perceptions. We have access to the joy of understanding. We can create recall from past lives and actually connect into this new wavelength that we are just learning to embody. The next 2-3 years, many people will develop, more like have absorbed, okay, people like Jenny, younger generations, even us, absorbs energy fields that we can actually become more perceptive in, like the transition. When you transition and you go on the other side, when you try, I've had a couple of NDE, but some people, when they transition, you can now tell them they'll be received. They'll know where they're going.
Mhm.
And one of the tricky things to keep, one of the things that we find on the other side is sometimes do we meet the same family and everything? You're going to meet all of your timelines.
Mm. Interesting.
The timelines that you were with the people that were there, and then this will become more accessible to your memory bank so that you can utilize the skills that you have imbued in yourself in that time. Okay.
Mhm.
Another thing that I paid attention to very much was the freedoms. Okay, the four freedoms, but it's all the right to have liberty in the pursuit of happiness. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going, okay, the freedom to pursue the liberty, freedom is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In the pursuit of happiness, it holds the freedom from want and the freedom from fear. Okay?
Mhm.
And the freedom from, that's the pursuit of happiness. What is the pursuit of happiness? The freedom from want and fear.
Mhm.
The other two
Yes.
we have the right to live, right?
Mhm.
And while now we used to have right to liberty that we imagined we had, but now this is real. This this is really coming true. Okay, the right to liberty is going to be in the forefront, and this will be conquered by the light of energy, and then the pursuit to happiness, pursuit from want, pursuit from wanting anything, and you can bring it up. The thing that you will learn in the next few months is that the adaptation of our magnetic field can provide us your thoughts. Okay. Another thing that is really wonderful um, about thoughts. Okay, when
Mhm.
something happens in our lives, let's say that you really want. When I was younger, I really wanted to win the lotto. Okay. When
Yeah.
I was younger, I
We all.
really wanted to do it. And who hasn't had that dream, right?
Right.
That
Right.
kind of dreams, those kind of dreams are just, when it happened, it's a thought of yours that has been reincarnated in your field, is a reincarnation of that field.
Mhm.
If you thought about it at some point in your life with an enormous, yeah, just centered on that, it will happen in your life.
Mhm.
Okay, it might come very late, but it will have that surprise. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
understand that thoughts that we hold, desires that
Mhm.
we hold, and wishes that we hold, and pictures of our life that we imagine would be, okay, they might not come out exactly as the same, but it's going to hold the same essence.
Mhm.
Like the environment is going to be very much like you can imagine. A thought that you have actually had a vision of you being that is when it arrives in your life, it's just a reincarnation of that moment.
Mhm.
Because in time and space, in the cosmos, there is no time and space.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
You have to become magnetic and assured and certain of yourself to test yourself and say, can I bring this in? And you can learn how to do that. It is to become competent with your magnificent ability to manifest.
Mhm.
And that is achievable today. So I'm always in to try.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
It's always worth a try, right?
Yeah.
So we're moving into this moment where we have to have respect for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness is the freedom from want and fear. Do not fear being yourself because there's nobody else like you in the world. There will never be anything like you in the world again in any kind of way, forms, and you should be proud of yourself. Okay.
Yes.
And when we look at when people are born, like we say that we all have the same rights, that's not true. Okay. Many entities that are born on this planet, we all have a certain stage of development, unfoldment.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have the same right with what we come here for. Okay. But the status that you connect to when you take body, it's something that you have to elevate yourself from. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So when the players that we're going to see in the next few years in our lives, okay, I would invite you guys to imagine them as avatars. They're like the body is the body, they're whatever is attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Use them as avatars. They just represent whatever that represent to you.
Mm-hmm.
The representation of someone in your life, it is your own perception. It's nobody else's.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get that perception except you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And another thing that we're going to find ourselves very mixed up with in crowds, beware when you become very sensitive, you carry in a lot of other people's thoughts if you don't pay attention. Like you can stand in an elevator with two other people and all of a sudden you're thinking different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. We pick up their
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, or when you go to a restaurant and you find yourself ordering the other person's meal back there, that you wanted to go have spaghetti, but you end up with turkey. you know, and you still haven't satisfied your personal craving, right? And we've been adjusting to the thought of perceiving other people's thoughts, accepting that is a reality, accepting that we perform in certain timelines, right? When we fall asleep at night or during the day, like me, when you fall asleep, you move into your timeline of perception, right? But often when you realize that you are in a timeline of your own when you are asleep, which will become more manageable and manipulated by you, the being, in the next few years, is the perception of having the ability to advance that timeline in your favor. Okay. But in that favor becomes having to have the skill, nervous system skill, to amplify that amplification of connection, understanding that the skill becomes automatic with you. So you have to have a base of it. You get what, like you hear me often saying, oh, my next lifetime, I'm going to be a quantum physicist, right? And before you know it, I've studied enough physics that
You're ready.
I'm prepared, right? So we cannot, what else that I came in with? I took so many notes. Hold on a second. So I'm going to be filling you up with a lot of this new kind of like seeing Earth and humanity in a different way, so that we don't get caught up in the hate out there.
No.
All right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Get worse.
We want to work on our soul, not having to go hate out there. Okay, we're not doing that.
Stay
We're
away
not
from it.
participating in this. Okay,
No,
I just can't.
I don't want to go there either.
I can't do hate. All right.
No.
No.
So another thing that we're going to play with is going to be dragons.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
the dragons, the our nodes. Okay, let's go see the chart for the day.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, what's happening?
Okay.
look, there's no love in the world.
Aw.
Yeah, it's all inner. Yeah.
In the second way, there it's in our hearts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's in the sacred planet, but the non-sacred planet are not pushing any easy play out there. The sacred planet are, okay?
Mhm.
That six-way energy is like, whoa, you can see it.
Mhm.
We're really at work right now.
Yeah.
And then you have the seventh way out there, ceremonial order coming to conclusion.
Mm.
And ceremonial order, when we look at ceremonial order, which is we find ourselves in a moment like in 1930s. Okay,
God.
what
I said, oh God.
we are, and the most precarious moment is going to be the beginning of December, between 5 and 7, the 5th and 7th of December. Okay, there's because that is in the comet that we have in the sky right now,
Oh, yeah. Right.
in its tail. We have, the anniversary of World War I and World War II. You'll notice also that each of these events in different months, we have 12 months we deal with, right, during the year.
Yeah.
Each of these events, we can go back in those months, go back in 1935, 1940, 39, and you can see the alignment excuse me of the planets. Okay, and this is the Scorpio full moon event that is releasing everything that needs to be released. Like it's going to be ugly, uglier than it already is. If you notice, the Catholic Church, the Monsignor of something 5 days ago got decapitated. Well, I call that decapitation. He has been expelled from the church.
Wow.
One of the highest
Mm.
ranking archbishop is
What did
gone.
he,
Mm-hmm.
what did he do?
Abuse little boys.
Oh,
Ah.
one of those. I'll forget it. It's terrible.
Okay, and and sexual abuse, but even worse, Opus Dei. Oh, even worse is that Opus, this organization of men that are in governments and churches that are actually perverted, right?
Mm.
And they are like they're in the background, but he finally got decapitated, like taken out this week. And that is destiny. If all of these things are coming out, Notre Dame is going to be reopened in 4 days, right in the shadow of this Scorpio full moon.
Wow.
Remember when Notre Dame burned down?
Wow. The
It's
church.
been rebuilt
Yeah.
Huh?
already. It's been rebuilt already.
It already has been years.
Yeah, but it's such a big, beautiful
The
thing.
reopening is in 4 days.
Okay.
Another thing I would like to point out, because it's in my mind right now, because when Notre Dame burned, okay, there was a farm of bees that used to live on the top of Notre
Right.
Dame,
Right.
Mm.
and they've they're going back homes and everything else, but that's the beehive. All right. And they've been having bees there forever. The bees are very significant in life.
Very important, yeah.
Yes, but it's like the thing that they didn't burn, even though the church was, they didn't get affected.
Good.
Isn't that?
Yeah, that's
That
important.
is so amazing what the nature can do sometimes.
They were protected, yeah. Good.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm looking at my notes. So this new timeline that we are after this new moon, okay, of this full moon, this new timeline that we're moving into is going to be very granular. Time works like a grain of sand in a way in our lives, okay? And our personal timelines in our lives, our personal cosmic identity, our charts are more significant now than ever, because what the elites, what the churches and everything, what they've always wanted to prevent was the understanding of astrology.
Yeah, they want to control. They didn't want you to know.
They want to control it. Many people, that's why they always dismiss it in front of people, like, oh, that's bullshit. Yeah, sure, but they use it. So the astrology that I'm going to expose you guys to for the next forever is going to be really a lot of fun, because we're going to test it and we're going to play with it. We can take notes and apply it to our personal environment. That's what the elite, that's what the secret wisdom, that's what Blavatsky, that's what all of these, Nostradamus, the Leonardo da Vinci, one thing they all understood was the planets. And when you look at those little stars, it's like, I've said that before to you guys, it's all those little stars in the sky, where you can see at night when the sky is bright. That is a field of energy. Like there's so many of us out there. And having the opportunity to work with your timelines in there's going to be a new generosity that will come through with that. Okay.
Good. Yeah.
So your unique cosmic identity becomes something that you want to develop. You want to look at your chart more often, talk to it, have it talk back at you. Remember, we are eternal magnetic field. What we feed our thoughts and what we bring out of our bodies, right? What we emit, people sense. They just don't know how to manage it.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when I lost my brain. I mean, no joke. I totally lost it. But that's when I realized that my, oh God, Scorpio, full moon.
Trouble.
I really did it. I mean, this is like so out of character for me to actually make a public scene. Never.
No, you're not that type of person to.
So, well, they'll know not to do that again.
Yeah, they'll never do that to you again.
They'll call me first. Can you get out of the apartment?
Yeah, go to the store or something. Yeah.
Can you evacuate before we start this?
Oh, funny. Yeah.
So this is the plan. My plan is for us to really starting to understand the players in the governments. They're just avatars. They're supposed to be there. If we look at the Bible and we look at the history, tribulations, that's what we're living right now. We got 3.5 years ahead of us. And it says that in the history of the tribulations, we're in the last part of it, 3.5 years, that we have to keep our center of energy in our own personal body out of fear and out of assumption.
Stay centered. Yeah.
We can't assume
Nothing.
things are going to be okay. You can't assume anything anymore. What you have to do is use the technology, that mental technology that we have. I'm going to show you the hands right now. Hold on a second. I'm going to go there. Okay. When you meditate, for now, when you meditate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so you want to be able to do this, right? Three fingers, three base fingers, right? And then
Done.
you got the
Index.
steeple, right? It
Okay.
makes a heart when you look in it, right?
Right.
Okay. So when you meditate, you always want to get the steeple out, but when you are invoking, you want to put that pulse here, that little pulse, kind of even, okay, with your finger to transmit within yourself. Invocation, always touch the pulse of your life here on your pointer fingers.
The mudras. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is, I don't know. I feel the pulse at the top of my fingers. Do you guys do?
I got my nails are in the way.
Huh?
My fingernails are too long. They're not getting in the right spot.
I mean, when you put your fingers like this, Renee,
Touch your tips.
Yeah, I
Do
can
you-
touch the tips. Yeah. I
do you
can
feel this? Do you feel the pulse at the tip?
Yeah.
Okay, that pulse, when you manage its rhythm and you are invoking something for yourself, okay?
Okay.
A vision that's invoking vision, when you're pointing and you're feeling the pulse, you're electrifying. When you're giving a speech, always put your fingers in that position, because you're connecting to your inner parallel energy.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Mhm.
So that mudra is one of the most important mudra you'll ever have.
Yeah.
And remember, those thumbs are always pointing towards you, right? That's your base energy. So we come from the heart, which is care. So we care intelligently with your brain, right? And we bring it to the gut from the spine and go into the gut and we act on it. Care intelligently and act energy. That is how we distribute the energy to an invocation. All right.
Mhm. Okay.
Anybody anybody got something to say?
Yeah. Gotta remember that.
Do you have any questions?
Well,
So we're going to spend, like, next call we're going to talk about dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs, dragons.
dragons. Yeah.
Okay. The dragons are the nodes.
Okay.
Okay, the nodes, your north node and your south node. And you want to learn the dragons you work with. You want to know that tail, what it's pointed to, and you want to know that the head of the dragon in your energy field. That is how you're going to begin restoring your cosmic identity.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right.
That's good. Yeah.
So dinosaurs in our world, okay, those dinosaurs, when we talk about the dinosaur age and everything else,
Mhm.
it really was the dragon age. And that's where we get to begin the synchronization of the path.
Mm.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Interesting.
And thank the full moon. I mean, know that remember, energy works with us, right? I'm very fortunate. I always have my guides or my little, solar angel that points me to a new opportunity, a new way to develop something for my mind, because I was stuck since yesterday. I mean, Betsy kind of texted me and said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I don't know. I lost my mind." You know, and I texted her back later. I said, "Oh, I just found it." I mean,
I was glad.
so the thing is that we have to play with that energy of accepting what occurred, because it's inevitable. It was going to occur.
Yeah. Wow.
And do not get seduced by the anger, by what if. What if doesn't apply anywhere right now.
Mm-hmm.
What happened, happened, and that's what you deal with.
Right. Move on.
The moving on is going to be very difficult to
Mm.
swallow.
Mm.
There's so 1 in 15 people will disappear,
Wow.
you know, in the United States.
Mm.
If you know more than 15 people in your life, one of them is gone.
Wow. Wow.
That's statistics, okay?
Wow.
Might become more than that. And that is where the danger lures for a light energy person, okay?
Mm.
You cannot get satisfaction out of people's pain. That's going to boomerang towards you,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I put all these politicians as avatars now. It's like, you know, they're not people to me.
Don't think about them.
They're just, because we're working to evolution. No matter what we think right now, this time will too come to an end. Like each of our lives will come to an end.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this too will pass, and I would like to pass it with giving as much service of calm, resiliency, courage, and knowledge to people.
Mm-hmm.
Teach them how to use the assets that they were born with, their astrology. There's so many people when they do evolutionary astrology that when they receive a evolutionary astrology reading, many times, you know, they don't believe themselves to have that quality. Oh, I guarantee you, if it's in your chart, you got it.
Yeah.
You know, it's there, and it is. The trick is you have to develop the talent.
Mm.
But once you know that the talent is there, you can start being astute to it and say, well, no, I'm starting to find this subject a little bit more interesting, since I know I already own the content of knowing how to make good with that.
Mm-hmm.
So learning to teach yourself the right evidence of your charts for yourself is good, promises you success.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, very soon, in the future, children will be taught according to their charts.
Mm.
They will know what they are good at and what they are not. And everybody at some point on the planet, long time from now, will be considered that astrology and their potentials and their skills and their thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Except that in the future, human beings are going to be a lot more, they're going to be less dense. You're going to see through them easily.
Mm-hmm.
People that do not practice self-management and self-control, as far as like, I can do that because they say I can, and they're going to do it to make you suffer. Oh God, stay away from those people.
Mm.
You know, the people that scream about First Right Amendment, and they go in your face and I can say anything I want to you because you're in the space I am. And then you walk away and they follow you and they keep up. You know, that First Amendment shit, fuck you. You know, you can't be doing that. You can't shove that in people's face.
No.
you know.
Mhm.
And another thing I want to make sure that you people understand, there is something terrible that's going on for little girls at schools, okay? And Jenny, that's for your little Evie and everything else. Some little jerks, boys out there threatening little girls with rape day,
Oh my God.
God.
okay?
That's awful.
11-year-old little boys torturing little girls. That is going. They're planning a rape day. What the hell is that shit?
Mm.
Because,
Crazy.
huh?
That's crazy. That's disgusting.
Yes, but if your child tells you something like that, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
happening because boys wants to be, it's like that idiot on online that says, "Oh, your body, my choice," is pretty stupid. That misogyny is. We're going to have to suffer a lot of it, but once it goes away, it's going to be gone, right?
Good.
But we have to put a stop to that. So let's we're going to go look at the chart for the day
Mhm.
because I do have a mid station at 1 because they changed the time. So we look at Mars here, okay?
Mhm.
Mars is in the 7th house.
Mhm.
And that Mars energy in the 7th house, that is also, let me see what's complete with Ceres. The asteroid Ceres, that's there, the Earth Mother. There is a huge amount of consciousness right now with this, and this is war, right? The war of words, not war, but you
Mhm.
probably can expect um, Israel to go out of line, out of bounds.
Ugh,
Okay.
they've been out of bounds.
Yeah, but they're doing like that final step, whatever.
Yeah.
That stupid shit. Uh, so we want to pay attention to that. And Chiron is retrograde in Aries, and Chiron is looking at where it needs. So also be careful of the hyoid bone. I don't know what that is,
Yeah, I know the higher one.
but that's for Renee. She likes those.
I'd like to know where they are.
She wants to know what's in it, what's playing around
What
there.
is the higher? Where is the higher? Oh, that's what I was to
The
know.
hyoid. Okay, let's find out.
Mhm.
Where the hyoid bone. Let me
It's the
wait.
tongue bone.
Huh?
It's the tongue bone.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Did you look it up, Jenny?
Yeah, Google says it's the tongue
Yeah, we
bone.
become pretty good with those things along the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Tongue? See,
ah,
tongue in the mouth.
Yes, in the root of the tongue in the front of the neck between the lower jaw and the largest cartilage of the larynx or
I
voice
know
box.
I know there's a bone where the tongue is.
It serves as an attachment structure for the
Oh,
tongue
it's
and
an
the muscles.
attachment. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's like the floor
yeah.
Oh,
of the oral cavity.
So what are we supposed to do about that?
Pay attention to it. Okay. Just
What does that mean? Watch our tongues?
that's
Watch your.
our bodies resonate, right?
mhm.
And it's being affected. Let me go here. I want to find out. I'm going to read it myself. It's a hyoid bone. Hyoid.
It says it's the only flowing.
Oh, lingual bone. It makes totally. It's the horseshoe bone shape in the midline of the neck and the chin. And when you really think about it, people, what we're moving through right now, this energy that we're moving through right now, it has to do with the words, right? Bones,
Mhm.
everything that goes through your mouth, creates a vibration, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So this is a bone that you can actually know that it's present, and it creates vibration. It is the horseshoe. It is kind of like the shooting of the expression out.
That's what you say.
Yeah, it's your message sender.
You don't want to send the wrong message, all right?
So
Yeah.
Watch your tongue.
That's your
Yeah.
tongue. It sounds funny, but it's true.
Uh-huh.
so with that Mars is, I'm paying more attention to Mars right now because it is, opposite Venus also.
Mm.
So, these two used to be lovers, and they decided to have a fight and cut it out. And then she ended up with Mercury. Anyway, make a long story short, they're having an attitude with each other right now. Venus and Mars is really going to be affecting ourselves in our personality, right? In Leo, that person that you are is being confronted in the seventh house. And this is where we got to learn to keep our bearing together. Okay. So, guys, that is what I wanted to share with you guys for today, because I got to go into the group and go med state
Okay.
at
Well,
1
thank you.
o'clock. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
thank you. Yeah, we better get off here now. You only got a couple of minutes to get in there.
Yeah, I'm going to mid state, and then we're going to pray. And then Fridays, let's be together, and I'm going to have some surprises for you. Okay.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay.
Take care. Love you, Andy.
Bye.
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 Love you too, guys. Bye bye.
Bye, Jenny. Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Hi,
Betsy.
sweetie.